When Charles was a youngster, he was into a lot of things. He was always the funniest character in school. From his behavior, he got a lot of other kids in trouble. He was the son I always wanted. From day one, he was having psychological problems. He started going to a psychiatrist when he was 2 years old. He had bipolar disorder. He was depressed months out of the year and happy the other ones, and that's when he got in the most trouble, was when he was having his manic. Charles always had a problem because he had no father when he was growing up. Charlie never could really figure out why his dad didn't care about him. I was pretty much mom and dad for a lot of years. We were very, very close. He started running Oxycontin for other people. If you have somebody that is somebody and they really don't want to get involved with the drugs themselves, they get somebody like Charlie to run down to Pittsburgh and pick up prescriptions and things and bring them back, and in return they give them a little cash. And then eventually it turns into, instead of a little cash, they give them a little Oxy. Try that out. Yeah, he got in jail, and that's where he got on the heroin. Charlie couldn't handle heroin. You know, when I look at his pictures, I just have to say, what the hell went wrong? You know, what happened? When he really got bad, he was just, he was doped up every day. When it came to loving his son or loving me, when he's on drugs and he's an addict, the only thing he loves is heroin. There were a lot of times I wish he would have passed away. When he was overdosing and rolling around in the streets and having to call paramedics numerous times, I just thought, look how much pain he's in. Maybe it'd be better if he didn't have any Narcan or anything and just let him go. But they always brought him back before. I knew I couldn't save him. I wanted him to save himself. I know a lot of people have said to me over the years, how do you stand him? I mean, how do you be around him? I mean, won't you kick him to the curb, you know? Just couldn't do it. I mean, I'm his mother. I know you're supposed to use tough love, but you know, there's a limit to everything. He was very good the last few months. He was going to 2 or 3 meetings a day. He was going to the gym every day. He had a lot of plans. He had just rebuilt his relationship with his son. We were planning on getting a house. He hated drugs, hated what they did to him, but he just couldn't resist. This time he was so glad to be back in his right mind and proud to be clean and sober. Tried to get everybody else to be clean and sober. So when the coroner told me that he was gone from an overdose, it was shocking. There were over 100 people at the viewing and the funeral. Almost each one of them had something to say about him and how he preached at the meetings, and went home with some people, tried to help them get clean. He was just wonderful to a lot of people and did a lot of good. Okay, this is Charlie's mission statement. He says, I, Charles, am a severe addict and fully want to be better. I want to be a better father to my son, Evan Xavier. I want to take him places, see more things. I want to be a better son to my mom, Hilda May, not put so much stress and turmoil on her. I want my mom to be proud that I am her son. I want to have her trust back. She has never gave up on me through all. My mom, Hilda May, is the best friend I have ever had. All she ever wanted is for me to be happy and a normal person. I want people to look up to me, not down. I do want to try to have self-discipline. I want to be known as a good person. Bottom line is, I want to be clean and live life a better way. And that's all I've got for now. I had Charlie for 40 years. Loved every minute of having him. Just wish I had him back, even with all of his flaws.